Hey everybody, welcome back to the internet where your cesspool is my jacuzzi. This is the Court of Random Opinion, and my name is Lauren Neidigh. So we have a new leaked audio by podcaster Colonel Kurtz on YouTube. I hope I said it right. I don't know because I've never actually heard her name pronounced before, but I have seen her channel a bunch, and she's got a lot of good stuff on there. I have a link to her channel in my bio. Not my bio, sorry, my description of this video. This is not going to be too long of a stream, guys, but I did just want to go ahead and talk about this as it just came out a couple hours ago, I think. So give me 1 second. I have it ready here. Okay. So this is the podcaster who leaked this, and I believe she had help from a friend in getting it, who's also going to be starting a YouTube channel from what I understand. So it's no wonder. Hey, how's it going? All right. We're going to get right into it in just a second. I'm going to see if anyone else wants to filter in here. We'll give it like another minute. Schnitzel Ninja, hey, what's going on? Hold on. Schnitzel Ninja, if you want to come in here and join me, you can. I'll send you a link just in case. And guys, if you didn't see earlier, I was able to get a hold of the court transcript for the February 3rd conference between all of the parties. And there's some interesting stuff in there. So if you want to check that out, you can see the stream from earlier this afternoon. I will be posting that document, but not just yet. I gave it to my friend Dave Neal so he can look through it as well. But I had to go and actually contact the court reporter, which I found on Pacer. They had the phone number there. So I had to contact the court reporter. And I had to buy it from them. So I'm not going to post it just yet because I do want people to watch the video. But, I'll post it probably tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon or something. I just want to make sure Dave also has a chance to get through some of it. Give me 1 second. I'm sending this to my friend here. Okay. I'm so over glitchonomics. What's glitchonomics? I missed something. Aussie Aries, how's it going? Pandora Fox says, Colonel Kurtz is amazing. She has fought for others who have been falsely accused. That's awesome. I actually had never came across her stuff until the last couple months or so, but she's got a lot of good stuff. It's just the audio of the quote, right? No, it's got some more in there. I mean, the quote's in there. But there's a little bit more to it than that. All right. Okay, why don't we just go ahead then?
Check me out if you haven't already.
Hopefully you guys can hear that okay. If not, I'm sure you'll let me know.
I have an entire playlist of videos. I've been investigating this Baldoni stuff for 2 months. And as always, I appreciate your support. Your support is what allows me to keep doing this. So tips and donations appreciated. My links are below. And I'm just going to leave you with the audio one more time without my interruption in case anyone needs it. Brian Friedman. For their records.
She's doing the Lord's work, man. That's how I wanted to include that. So
here's Ari Emanuel on Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni.
I wonder if you could tell us about a little bit of a mess that I gathered.
And guys, I am going to stop periodically and just comment on it a little bit because this isn't that long of a clip. And if you want to hear the whole thing without talking, then you can definitely go over to Colonel Kurtz's channel, and it's towards the end of the video.
You've been involved in it?
Oh, yeah. I know where you're going with this one.
Do you have notes on it?
Oh, yeah. Those are the two things I said to my...
Okay, so right out the gate, bad idea to say that. Okay, so the guy's asking him, he's like, I'm going to ask you about something that's been going on. The agent, Ari Emanuel, the agent for Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, who, as we know, fired Justin Baldoni due to all of this conflict. The agent says, he has notes on this. So he brought notes on this. He was expecting to be asked about it. So it's basically like, I planned on saying some shit about this guy, is what that tells me. So that sounds pretty bad, especially for someone who's alleging, there's a smear campaign against her, to have a, high-level representative of her to come out and be like, yeah, by the way, I came here with notes so I could slam this guy. this guy, his former client, it looks pretty fucking bad. Also, if you guys don't remember, Justin Baldoni's attorney actually said, I think they never met, even in the time that the agency was representing Justin. So this guy's just being kind of an asshat, in my opinion. But
Myself, this could come up.
Okay, so I have to admit, I don't keep up that much on Hollywood. But even on,
I don't keep up that much with Hollywood, he says. This man who is owns an agency that, you know what?
I caught wind of the late flight.
I don't care what time zone you're in or where you're at in the world. It's always too early to be this fucking stupid.
I agree, Ryan Reynolds. Let the record show for those listening at home, Ari just slit his throat.
Let the record show Ari just slit his throat. Well, sir, you could stop at any time, but you're beginning your statements now. Okay.
Fucked up, bad situation that Baldoni, whatever his name is.
And that was the quote we all saw, bad situation with Baldoni, whatever his name is, which he knows his name, obviously. And that's why Brian Friedman said, I don't think Justin Baldoni's been called Baloney since the 5th grade. And that's when he's saying, how would this guy Ari even know that Justin was, Baldoni or a bad guy because they never met? So.
He's doing, and it's part.
Now, he was your client too, it's always.
Yeah, until I fired him.
Right.
Just give a little bit of the backstory. It's not really fair. I've known Ryan and Blake for over a decade. They're really incredible people. In Hollywood, they have been incredibly successful. People work with them. They've never had any bad mojo out there. And
so here he's saying he's known Ryan Blake for 10 years, which I think we also saw this in the quote. He says, they've never had any bad mojo in all the time they've worked in Hollywood, which is not true. As we know, years and years worth of old interviews and stuff are coming out to show what a pain in the ass these two are, which sucks because I actually really liked Ryan Reynolds movies. But so obviously that's not true. So it begs the question. So this man, the head of the agency here, is saying, I don't follow Hollywood that much. First of all, what the fuck? Second, I've known these people forever. They have, there's no bad mojo ever, which, okay, clearly you don't keep up with Hollywood that much. You probably should, though. And 3, he's calling Justin Baldoni baloney and acting like he doesn't even know anything about him when he should have, because this, Justin Baldoni was a member of that agency. So it's just really stupid to me. You just how do you make yourself sound as fucking stupid as possible? I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, rich people, how do they get to where they're at? How do you get to that level of success with so few brain cells? I don't know. That's just me. That's just my opinion. If you disagree with me, that's fine. I'll say what I said earlier, which is you can disagree with me in the comments. That's totally fine. Just don't be a cunt. All right.
Treat people badly. They kind of are charitable, but we help them with their foundation. They give them tons of money away. If what is alleged in her lawsuit that happened on social media.
Okay, at least he said if there. He says if what is alleged in her lawsuit that happened on social media. So at least he's saying if, which, nice of you to finally start doing that.
Just because she complained to the studio that things were unhealthy on the set, that he was director and this man was the producer. And they did to her what they're being alleged. They're really.
And guys, there is some background noise in this because of the person was recording it from a device, and I guess they were moving around a little bit. But so he's saying, in case you can't understand, let's just actually draw that back a little bit. Give me 1 sec. Just in case you couldn't understand, because I know there's a lot of fumbling going on.
She complained to the studio that things were unhealthy on the set, that he was director and this man was the producer. And they did to her what they're being alleged. They're really bad people. And
they're really bad people. They're doing to her what's been alleged. So this guy really, really should just have not said anything or said something generic like, I'm sure everything will come out in court and nothing else. And nothing else. Because he's going to say something along those lines in just a second here. But God damn. It's no wonder says, are there subtitles from this video? Not that I have. Sorry. All right. 1 sec.
Blake, I know Blake. I know Ryan. They're actually good people. Now, social media is a really good thing at times because it lets people, stars, connect with their fans.
Social media is a really good thing at times because it lets people, stars, connect with their fans.
But these two guys used it in an evil way, if that's true.
But these two guys use it in an evil way. That's true. I'm not sure if he's talking about Justin and Jamie Heath. I'm not sure if he's talking about Justin and Michael Friedman or Brian Friedman. I'm sorry. I know a guy named Michael Friedman, so that gets confusing. I'm not sure if he's talking about Justin Brian Friedman, but yeah, so that's oof. Ugh. Again, yikes. Especially knowing he knows by this point, because this is just a little bit before SNL 50, right? Like not that long before SNL 50. Surely he knows by now that, you know, Blake's complaint, the CRD complaint, they gave it to the New York Times and they started this whole thing slandering Justin. So surely this man knows that. And he's really going out there and just like saying all this crazy shit that he really should have kept his mouth closed.
And we just have to be cognizant that you can root, and they should no longer be out there intimidating people, using social media now and trying to hurt them and use.
Saying they should no longer be out there using social media to try to intimidate people and hurt them, which is hilarious given, again, the background here.
Their what they have been doing prior to it now to go against them. They should just stop since they think they're innocent and let the process.
They should just stop if they think they're innocent and let the process
play itself out.
These
are good people that have been in the business for decades.
So he's, again, saying Ryan and Blake are good people that have been in the business for decades. Again, you can be in the business for decades and still be a piece of shit. I raise you Harvey Weinstein. I mean, he was a successful man in the business, no? God. That doesn't mean anything, actually. It really doesn't. Rich people get away with all kinds of shit. Rich, powerful people, they get away with all kinds of shit. And if we don't know that by now, we never will. So. All right. Okay, so he's basically like the end of what he's saying here is kind of all he should have said, which is if they think they're innocent, they should let this play out in court. I mean, I'm going to need you to apply that to your personal life here because you really should not be saying half the shit you're saying or most of the shit you're saying. But let's listen to the rest of the clip. Hang on.
And have never had any bad press about them, and all the people they work with like them. And so, if it's true what they're saying in that allegation, these are two bad guys.
This concerns the making of a film where there's sex scenes and there's, I guess, what is called in Hollywood an intimacy coordinator.
So the interviewer, if you guys can't hear because of the noise going on with the recording, is saying this is concerning, you know, something with the sex scenes, which would normally involve an intimacy coordinator.
They didn't have much. I mean, and then they went after him on social media. It's disgusting.
Can I just say this is very juvenile, but when I first read that and I knew I was going to be talking to you, I was wondering, I was trying to picture like Ari Emanuel on set as an intimacy coordinator.
And then for some reason, the interviewer is trying to picture Ari Emanuel on set as an intimacy coordinator. Not really sure what prompted that. Okay. Inoli Usti, I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry. I like your watermelon profile picture. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate you. Also, I saw a comment up here I wanted to read. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, Gorilla. I wonder if Lauren should make a shirt with a slogan, no gun zone. I mean, that wouldn't be good for my dating life. Just saying. Bonita Black was the one who said that first. Hi, Lauren. Love how you're so quick with posting new info. I did watch Kurtz break this earlier. She's on the ball as usual. Yes, she is. Love your no cunt zone. Keep up the good work. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right. I do have a shirt with the saying earlier that people were asking about. The assholes are not a protected class in this country. I have that. All right.
Is that a role, a job? Maybe?
No, I mean, I mean,
Could do well.
It is actually not a joke. I mean, that's actually an important role. She felt that she was not being protected. She complained, and then these people
She felt she was not being protected. She complained.
trying to go after her.
And then these people tried to go after her. None of that rings true based on what we've seen, because we know that she declined meetings with the intimacy coordinator, right? We know that she was not actually naked when she said she was naked. And we know that, they did not actually go after her after that. They, defended themselves after she went to the New York Times and tried to absolutely destroy their reputations, which in turn would destroy their livelihoods. So that's absolute fucking bullshit.
Stop. And they're still trying to do it, and they should stop. And what was your role? Did you fire him as a
I fired
fireman?
him. I'm a ride or die. And they're good people. Yeah.
I'm a ride or die, and they're good people. Well, no shit, sir, but you really shouldn't have said anything, because this is not going to help them, ultimately.
All right. I know you have a friend to get on. You want to tell us where you're going, Money Chan?
I'm going to the 50th anniversary of SNL. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay, and then she includes the audio one more time after this, and so I'm going to play it without, I'm going to keep my mouth shut this time, so you guys can just listen to the whole thing through, just in case.
After this was fun. Thank you. Are you making all things right?
1 sec.
I wonder if you could tell us about a little bit of a mess that I gather you've been involved in.
Oh, yeah. I know where you're going with this one.
Do you have notes on it?
Oh, yeah. Those are the two things I said to myself, this could come up.
Okay, so I have to admit, I don't keep up that much on Hollywood. But even I caught wind of the Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds. Let the record show for those listening at home, Ari just slit his throat.
I mean, it's a fucked up, bad situation that Baldoni, whatever his name is doing. And it's fun.
Now, he was your client too, it's always
Until I fired him.
Right.
You know,
Just give a little bit of the backstory.
It's not really fair. I've known Ryan and Blake for over a decade. They're really incredible people. In Hollywood, they have been incredibly successful. People work with them. They've never had any bad mojo out there and treated people badly. They kind of are charitable because we help them with their foundation. They give them tons of money away. If what is alleged in her lawsuit that happened on social media, just because she complained to the studio that things were unhealthy on the set, that he was director and this man was the producer, and they did to her what they're being alleged, they're really bad people. And Blake, I know Blake, I know Ryan, they're actually good people. Now, social media is a really good thing at times because it lets people, stars, connect with their fans. But these two guys used it in an evil way, if that's true. And we just have to be cognizant that you can root, and they should no longer be out there intimidating people, using social media now and trying to hurt them and using their what they have been doing prior to it now to go against them. They should just stop since they think they're innocent and let the process play itself out. These are good people that have been in the business for decades and have never had any bad press about them, and all the people they work with like them. And so, if it's true what they're saying in that allegation, these are two bad guys.
This concerns the making of the film where there's sex scenes and there's, I guess, what is called in Hollywood an intimacy coordinator.
They didn't have much, and then they went after him on social media. It's disgusting.
Can I just say this is very juvenile, but when I first read that and I knew I was going to be talking to you, I was wondering, I was trying to picture like Ari Emanuel on set as an intimacy coordinator. Is that a role, a job?
No, I mean,
Could do well?
It is actually not a job. I mean, that's actually an important role. She felt that she was not being protected. She complained, and then these people tried to go after her. They should stop. And they're still trying to do it, and they should stop.
And what was your role? Did you fire him as a
I fired
fireman?
him. I'm a ride or die. And they're good people.
Yeah. All right, I know you have a plane to get on. You want to tell us where you're going, by any chance?
I'm going to the 50th.
How long was I talking muted? All right. So I said that was pretty much all the relevant audio right there. Anyways, McGrove Mama, thank you for the $5. Thanks for buying the transcript and being the best docketeer ever. Yes, guys, I bought that court transcript today from the February 3rd hearing. If you haven't seen it yet, you can go to my YouTube page under live. Give me 1 second. I'm going to post a link for you guys in the live chat right now. I go over the whole document here. I am going to eventually post the document online, but I did have to pay $80 for it, so I'm not going to post it just yet online. Let me give you 1 second. Here is the reading of that document. There is some pretty interesting stuff in there. A couple of passive aggressive and spicy moments. All right, 1 second. I'm putting it right here in the chat. Okay. Sorry, I'm on the wrong stream here. Post that. It's in the wrong place. Here we go. And I'll also put it in the regular comments at the end of this stream. So if you're watching this back later on, you can also see that. So it's a 60-page transcript of everything that was said between the lawyers and the judge on February 3rd, pertaining to like the case management stuff, the dates in the case, pertaining to parties that were being added, which, as we now know, are the New York Times, Chad Wallace, and Street Relations Incorporated. It also, has back and forth about the public, statements, the arguments about what's being said in public, and what Blake Lively's attorney had to say about Brian Friedman speaking to the press, and Megyn Kelly. So it's got lots of kind of juicy stuff in there. So if you want to go and check that out, like I said, just hit that link right there, and I go over the entire thing. And also, I want to answer this last question here. Snow Wonder, question not related to the video. How much water do you drink a day? You have that massive water bottle every day. I don't know how many of you guys know. I was a swimmer in the NCAA. So I did 2 years swimming for the University of Florida, and then I did 2 years swimming at the University of Arizona. And during that time, we had to drink our body weight in ounces every day because people don't realize when you're in the pool and stuff, and I know this is not relevant to the case, guys. When you're in the pool and stuff, you're sweating a lot. You're actually sweating a lot. And since I swam in Florida and Arizona, yeah, you're sweating a lot. So you have to drink a lot of water, a lot of Gatorade. You have to eat a ton every day. So yeah, it was, I just never broke the habit of drinking so much water. This is like, I've had definitely more than one of these today already. So I drink a lot of water. It's good for you. I mean, don't overdo it to the point you have to go to the hospital, but All right. Let me pull up that court transcript from this afternoon and just make sure you guys know what that looks like and what I was doing there. I'm also refreshing the docket like a psycho because these lawyers, the other day when the amended complaint came out, I don't even remember now if it was last week or the week before. It was the 18th. These lawyers for Blake Lively, even with the protective order as well, like they're coming out with these documents at like midnight. And the amended complaint was even midnight, like on the due date. So I keep checking the docket until midnight and then I go to bed. But what they'll soon, they don't know anything about me. I'm just a small YouTuber with a small audience. But, what they don't know when they file these things at midnight is that the devil works hard. But I work harder, okay? So I will be here refreshing until a little after midnight, and then I will go to bed. And then I will check first thing in the morning before work. So, All right. Oh, and Noli, thank you for the $2. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. Hang on. Let me pull up that transcript I was just telling you guys about. It was pretty interesting. And like I said, I'll post this publicly on my YouTube page and my Twitter page later on. But I'll read you guys some of the interesting quotes about attacking and all that shit. They were saying like Justin's attacking witnesses and Hold on. And if you saw this earlier, I'm sorry, you're going to see it again, but hold on. I literally watch you all the time for updates. Oh, that's so cool. I watch you all the time for updates too. Just kidding. I'm not a stalker. Please don't report me to the police. Or I don't know why I said that. I have a really warped sense of humor. Anyways. All right, here we go. And yes, I have a watermark on it because, like I said, I had to pay for this. I had to go through the motions of talking to the court reporter and being like, hey, so when I first got this transcript, I contacted the court reporter and was like, hey, so I've never done this before. Because you guys know I'm not a reporter. I'm not a professional journalist. I'm just a person. I'm just a random ass person, like sitting in my attic with bad lighting, kind of sometimes. And so I contacted the court reporter and I was like, hey guys, am I allowed to request a transcript for this celebrity case? I'm not a stalker. I just need to know, do I have to be one of the parties involved to get this transcript? And they were like, yeah, we can do that. So I talked to them again this morning because I, initially contacted them last night. I contacted them again this morning and they gave me an estimated price. And so I got it it was like around $80. And there's some good stuff in here. Like I said, I'm not going to read the whole thing again. Obviously, like I said, go to this afternoon's stream and you can see the whole thing. But let me just look up those interesting quotes for you guys regarding some of the public stuff. So this is a 60-page document. So I'm not going to, obviously, like I said, go over all of it. But this is Blake's attorney speaking here. So he kind of droned on forever. So I'm not going to read again. I'm not going to read his entire monologue. I'm just going to give you guys some of the more interesting points. Okay. All right. And now that the video is over, I do not have to wear this. So I'm going to take that off because that's right. I'm stripping on stream, everyone. I'm stripping on stream. Okay. Anyways. Okay. So earlier today, I read this, and this is from Gottlieb, Blake Lively's attorney, and these are just some of the highlights. It says, they, Justin Baldoni and Wayfair, have not made any allegation that there were any extrajudicial statements by lawyers in the New York Times article for starters. But in any event, they don't dispute that they have been out regularly in the press making attorney statements addressing the factual allegations in this case, attacking the character of Miss Lively, using words that describe her motives, her character, describing the complaint as being filed for PR purposes only, and the like. I mean, wasn't it? But, okay, so like I said, I'm not going to read this word for word. I'm going to read the interesting parts for you guys tonight. And you can, if you're interested in hearing what else was said in that February 3rd conference, you guys can go to that stream I did this afternoon. So, let's see. We got that. All right. We are in the process in this case of trying to trace how far some of these statements have reached, but they are into the thousands upon thousands when they're repeated on TikTok and other social media platforms. Honey, I think it's more than thousands at this point. Don't you? It's very difficult to unring that bell when the attorney is specifically targeting the sort of way that the public is consuming information about a particular case and doing it in a way that is directly attacking the character, integrity, and truthfulness of a witness without being subjected to the kind of tests that are provided in the adversarial system, which is through cross-examination and the rules that govern the federal rules of civil procedure. So it's like Blake's attorney is complaining that they are attacking her character and integrity and whatever without being subject to cross-exam in front of the people who are supposed to make a judgment about that, which again, I want to say is kind of ridiculous when you think about how this all started with the New York Times publishing that CRD complaint. So, I don't know. You tell me. Do you think that's fair? Because I don't. But whatever. Stir Crazy, let's do a $5 donation. Oh man, you guys don't have to do that. Can I make it 3? I don't want to be like begging for money. You know what I mean? But like, no, it'll only let me do 1 or 5. We'll do 5, but it only has to be $2. How about that? Yeah. I will. How will I celebrate? I will I don't fucking know. I'll say cunt again. I just said it, but you can hear it again. Oh no, it won't let me put that. But you guys know what I meant. LOL. That's all I'm putting there. Sorry, I don't really know how to do super chat goals. I'm gonna count these two. I know it won't count these two, but I'm gonna count these two because that's very generous of you guys. Burgle Flickle. I can't say that 5 times fast. Thanks for hunting down the transcript. No problem. No problem. Longhorn Chick, thank you for the $20. I appreciate you. I'm definitely counting those two, like I said. All right. Oh no, Mint mobile commercial just came on. God damn it. I don't pick these ads, I swear to God. Continually counting chickens, what's up? All right, let's read some more of this document, shall we? Okay. So this is still Gottlieb, Blake Lively's attorney, Ryan Reynolds' attorney, talking about Brian Friedman in the press. And he's talking to the judge, saying, I think there is a mechanism by which attorneys can make statements about the allegations in the complaint without making statements about the character of the opposing parties. Those usually include words like, as alleged in the complaint, or as we have said at paragraph, whatever of the complaint. An attorney can make a statement to explain why their allegations are correct or why their allegations are false. But the point of Rule 3.6 is that you are not supposed to launch attacks on the other party's character, which is exactly what's being done here. Once you have a matter that is in litigation, and once you have invoked the jurisdiction of court to hear the dispute. So this is where I get kind of like, my brain's doing ping pong a little bit, which, I have that ADHD brain, so it happens sometimes. But my brain's doing a little bit of ping pong because on the one hand, I'm like, it's only fair that they should be able to talk to the press. It's only fair that they should be able to put this stuff out after Blake started it, after Blake, gave that CRD complaint to the New York Times. How the fuck else would they have gotten it, And I don't think that's disputed, is it? But on the other hand, I do understand, an unpopular opinion, I do understand why some of this stuff, like the video they leaked, I understand why some of this stuff they're saying this should not be just like disputed in the press. This should come out in court before the jury. I understand why they think that's not appropriate. I understand why that could lead to bias among, potential jurors and stuff like that. And you can be extremely hard pressed to find a jury that's not biased at this point. This is the most widely talked about case in the country right now. So that's, like I said, so I'm kind of like, I'm on the fence with kind of the meaning, or like the reasoning here. I'm on the fence with the reasoning because I'm like, on the one hand, yes, I understand this stuff should be, debuted, for the lack of a better word, in court. However, you started this shit when you decided to give that complaint to the New York Times and to completely smear all the parties who you are now involved in the lawsuit with. So it's kind of complicated to me. I do feel like it's kind of gray. It's not totally black or white for me, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, because I've been having a hard time kind of taking one position or the other on that. And I do try to kind of remove my feelings towards some of the other stuff that's happened in this case and just kind of like be objective and be like, okay, well, is this fair? Or, and the thing is, I don't know, because it's like so complicated. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that, like putting that video out there and stuff like that. But at the same time, what are you supposed to do when you have to defend yourself against stuff that's been put out in the public, like that's like specifically meant to destroy your reputation? So, yeah, I don't know. If they weren't like involved in a court proceeding, if they weren't demanding a jury trial, then I would say yes, of course it's okay for them to put that out there. So it's just kind of complicated to me, but that's just me, like I said. So Stephanie B, thank you for the $20. Black market documents. It's not black market, dude. This is totally above board, I promise. Thank you. Palaver Girl, thank you for the $2 from the Poe. Thank you very much. King Bob, thank you for the $2 to help pay for docs. Thank you. And Sunshine, thank you for the $10 super sticker. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Don't worry about that, guys. I feel like I'm definitely covered at this point, but appreciate it. Lauren has a full-time job and keeps us constantly updated with live streams. Yeah. So I work not my 9 to 5, but luckily I work my 9 to 5 from home. So I'm able to take my breaks whenever I want. It's very flexible. I have a good job. I work with a company that I write appeals to insurance companies. So like if somebody goes to the hospital and their insurance doesn't want to foot the bill, I write to the insurance company and I get to tell them, hey, asshole, you have to pay for this. So, not in those words. I'm not allowed to use whatever language I want. But that's my regular job now. I still work as a psychiatric evaluator in the emergency room, but only on the weekends for the most part, sometimes on holidays. And then I also have a part-time job. I work, my family has a practice here in town. My dad is a forensic psychologist. My mom's a psychotherapist. My sister's a therapist. So, family business kind of. So anyways, I'm just droning on here, guys. Anyways, let's do a couple more quotes here before we call it a night, shall we? Okay, so we'll do the last two of the attack ones. And then also there's one quote up there I want to show you where the publicist for Blake Lively asserts that they should not even be involved in this case, and how dare they drag their female-owned company through the mud, which is hilarious because Brian Friedman then comes back and says, our publicist is also a female-owned business. So, all right. We did that. Okay. Mr. Friedman, this is Justin's attorney, obviously says, can I just read something else that they said on January 6th? And this is where he was quoting Blake's side. And I'm not going to read the whole thing again, guys, like I said, but he's quoting like a lot of stuff from Blake's side to demonstrate that Blake actually, started this. So he says, and their response, and he's quoting them, like I said, and their response to the lawsuit was to launch more attacks against Miss Lively since the filing. They said sexual harassment and retaliation are illegal in every workplace, in every industry. A classic tactic to distract from allegations of this type of misconduct is to blame the victim by suggesting they invited the conduct, brought it on themselves, misunderstood the intentions, or even lied. Ms. Lively's team wrote. So he's kind of demonstrating to the judge, like, hey, judge, we're not the only ones who are out there, like, saying this stuff. The other team kind of started it. And then I'll read one more from Friedman here. It says, he says, one final comment, not to sound like a 4-year-old fighting a 4-year-old with the they started it. But, in these kinds of cases, once someone says something, it becomes fact. So, yeah. Okay. And then we'll read this quote here. It says, this is from, okay, so this is the attorney for Jones and Jones Works, I believe. Let me double check, though. And again, they're all saying this to the judge. Yes, Ms. McCauley here is the attorney for Leslie Sloan and Vision PR, actually. My bad. Okay, I keep getting those guys confused. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, Leslie Sloan and Vision PR. This is their attorney. And I said here, talking to the judge, this was really a case about their crisis PR management company making statements about burying people and destroying people, which, by the way, guys, she's saying this early on in the conference here, where they're talking about scheduling and shit. So this is just kind of off the wall to me. She says, my client and her company simply have been dragged in as a finger-pointing mechanism. We want to make sure we get them out as quickly as possible. So we would like the opportunity to move to dismiss based on those legal deficiencies in the amended complaint. And as we know, they did file a motion to dismiss. So she also said, we would like to lay out the information for the court, but that is one of the things we contemplate because we believe it would be inherently unfair for our client and her, her female-run company to have to be dragged in through this significant and very expensive discovery in this case. when we don't contend they have any viable legal claims against her. So she's dragging in the woman card. And I reject that. As a woman, I reject that. Oh, man. And Holy, thank you for the $2 again. I can't remember if I read that one or not. Candace Happel, thank you for the $2. I appreciate you. And Stir Crazy, one of my mods. Lauren, thank you for always keeping us updated daily. You rock. No, you rock. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Are you in Canada? I had no idea. Justice for Clayton. Hello. How you doing? And yes, guys, if you could please like this video, I would appreciate that. All right. So we'll read that little comment by Mr. Friedman down here, and then we'll call it a night, shall we? Okay, where was that? Let me see. Hang on. There it is. So when Brian Friedman gets a chance to speak, he says, on behalf of Jennifer Abel, which is also a woman-owned company, along with Melissa Nathan's tag company, the Agency Group. So the fact that like Blake's publicist side was like, this is how dare they like drag and finger point and drag my client's a female-owned business into this, and then Brian Friedman's like, by the way, Justin's publicist is also a woman-owned company. So I just thought that was pretty funny. Yeah. All right. I'm going to show you guys one more thing before I call it a night. And it is actually totally random. But all you Australians out there, you'll probably know what this is. I'm a huge fan of Wentworth. So give me 1 second to find this. That's not her. There she is. Yeah, a friend of mine, an actress from Wentworth, her name's Kate Jenkinson. She started a YouTube channel, and it's called My Shit Kitchen. She's got some really funny stuff on there, some really cool ideas. If you want to do me a favor in lieu of sending any more super chats, please just give her a follow. She's awesome. We'll watch some of this stuff together, but I'm going to put the link to her channel right here in the live chat. 1 sec. Okay, there we go. We'll watch one of these together. How about that? We'll watch one together and then we'll go to bed. How about that? Present. That's not what I want to do here, is it? Oh, I'm already sharing it. Hang on. So this is Kate. Move my head. My head's in the way, as usual. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Oh. There we go. That's better. All right. This is Kate. She's got some funny stuff on there. We'll take a look at this real quick. Which one do we want to watch? She's got pretty much, it's pretty much all shorts right now. She's still very new at this, and that's why she has like 74 subscribers. But she's an actress in Australia. Let's see. And if you, at the very least, you can get pictures of this blonde lady like shoving food in her mouth. So that's something. Let's do garbage omelet.
This is all trash. Let's make an omelet. Shout out to the delightful fan who made me this apron. Thank you. And also, I hear you. I will be making aprons. They will be epic. Stay tuned. Passes the sniff test. Gotcha, motherfucker. Yeah. Pan, hot. Lotion, basket. Sausage, in. Make sure you get 3rd degree burns. That's a crucial part of this recipe.
Oh my God.
Trash broccoli, in. Trash potatoes, in. Trash tomatoes and corn.
So she's all about like recycling food and stuff to make new meals. She has a kid, and so she feeds it to him, and she's like, it's funny to lie to your kid, I guess, about what they're eating. So
in. Onion powder, in. Ah! Too much. Garlic powder, in. Chili flakes, in. Chicken period.
Chicken period.
Only slightly burnt. I'm impressed. I realize I'm polishing a turd at this point. It's not an omelette without cheese.
Guys, that looks like a fucking pancake.
No food. No food. All food found.
I just made an omelette. What do you mean there's no food? Ooh, yeah. Here we go. Garbage omelette.
Garbage omelet. It looks like a fucking pancake. I'm gonna tell her that.
Alternative title, trash hash. This is leftover onion gravy. It probably doesn't go, but it's gonna go. Buon appetito. Whoa. That's a lot. Man, don't you think all of this would have just been thrown in the bin if I wasn't a frugal psycho?
A frugal psycho. That's a perfect description of her. A frugal psycho. All right, I'm gonna put the link to this in chat, guys. Please do give her a follow for me. Like I said, she's a friend. I think she's pretty cool. And if you would tell her, please, that Lauren sent you, I would appreciate that. Here's a link to that video. 1 second. It would I would consider it a great favor if you would help my friend out there, because she deserves way more credit than she's getting right now. She just doesn't know how to YouTube, I don't think. So I'm going to help her out. Okay. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I'll be on docket watch. There is a response due tomorrow, so I'll be keeping my eyes out for that. However, I expect, as usual, the lawyers to file it at fucking midnight. One more of these, Pandora Fox. Thank you for the $2. Money for your hard work. I love the bacons there. Thank you, Justice for Justin. All right. And only thank you for the $2. I'm trying to figure it out. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button on this stream, please. And then, like I said, if you want to read through that whole court transcripts and hear everything that was said to the judge on February 3rd and everything that was said back and forth between the parties, check that out. It's a 60-page document, so it did take a little over an hour, but well worth it in my opinion. So, all right, everybody. I appreciate you. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sure I will. Bye.